almost done. So I want to take a look at this last little section here. So after everybody signs, but before you send this contract in for signatures, you want to have this page sent out. I know it's after signatures, but you want this page filled out first. You need to put in here the buyer or seller's agent, the other broker, this is typically the buyer, and then the listing broker, which is the seller's agent. Are they working as seller and buyer's intermediary? Are you representing just the buyer only? You need to talk to your broker if you don't understand what these words are. We do allow intermediary here at Whiteline, so if that has come up, then we need to talk about that because it means there's two brokers from Whiteline that we need to know what's going on with that. As we move forward, guys, we want to make sure that this is all entirely filled out. You can find this information in here. So let's pretend I'm buying this house. The listing information, at least in Sabor, is right here. If I click on this, it will give me their name, their address, their numbers, everything I need to possibly know to fill out the contract. That's why MLS is so important. Okay, so we're going to put all their information over here. Since I'm buying the property, I'm going to say I'm only as the buyer's agent. I'm going to fill all of this in here, my address, my broker's number, all of that will get off of your IABS. Lastly though, if you're the buyer, the listing broker has agreed to pay the other broker blank of the total sales price when the listing broker fee is removed. I left this Sabor listing up because it's a really good example. Let's say we do a full price offer and it says that we're going to get a buyer's agent bonus of $2,000, and you've also agreed that the buyer's commission is 3%. So what we would put in here is exactly what they owe us. So that way the escrow company knows what's going on. We're going to put in 3% plus the $2,000 bonus. Okay? That's really important stuff to put in here, guys, because otherwise they will not know what all's coming in there. So 3% plus $2,000. Otherwise, they'll forget to pay you that. And if you're not paying attention, I promise they're not going to let that money go. So make sure you pay attention to what's written into Sabor here as the buyer's commission. And then, as you can see, there's a $2,000 bonus written in right here. This is contractually binding. Once they put this into MLS, it's the truth, and it's going to say here. So make sure all of this is filled out before you get the signatures, because they're going to use this as gospel, especially if you're using DocuSign. Followed by that, guys, the very last page of this contract of the 1 to 4 is all of the receipts. Very seldomly are you going to fill any of these out. Unless you drop the option fee off in person, you're going to want to have them sign and date that. But most of these are going to be filled out by the title company. Remember, the option money can go directly to the sellers. So you're going to want to make sure somebody signs that, the seller or listing broker. You're going to want to make sure they sign saying, yes, you gave us the $100 or whatever it might be. But this can be handwritten, and typically is handwritten after the contract has been executed. So once the contract's been executed, you now have so many days to get in your option money. You have 3 days to get in your option money, 3 days to get in your earnest money. And as you go take that around to places, again, this is probably going to be by the seller himself if they get it, or the listing broker. The earnest money is going to be signed by the escrow agent. You're not going to give that directly to the seller. But as you go around and deliver money, make sure you get these signatures. The contract receipt, this will be by the escrow agent as well. As soon as it's executed, you need to send that right over to the escrow agent. They will sign this and send it right back to you, and any additional money earnest receipt. All of this is important too, guys. This cannot be overlooked. Just because you gave them the $100 doesn't mean you're good. You need to get this signature because, as you saw, it is 3 days for the option period money right here. Okay, you need to be able to prove that it was 3 days should this ever end up in court. That's why this receipt is on here. Same thing with the earnest money, same thing with the contract. Once it's been executed, you need to get it into escrow so they're aware and can keep all the dates. All right, guys, that's pretty much it for the 1 to 4 family contract. If you have any questions, please, guys, feel free to shoot me an email. You are welcome to talk to your broker, but it's that easy. Once you get the hang of it, though, you should be able to pop these out pretty quick. At the beginning, the first couple of ones that I did took me quite a while because I know I didn't want to make any mistakes, but as you get more familiar with them, they get a little bit easier and you can start getting them out a little bit faster.